This is Power 102 Digital Tuesday. Hard Talk today features special people who will take us through what I call Trini tours. I'm standing by. I'm seeing Donna Nicole Julian on the system with me. I'm standing by for Nodrick Hines to join me. But in the meantime, they're going to tell us about the way you can exploit the various tourist destinations across Trinidad and possibly Tobago. I'm not so certain about Tobago, but I expect them to come on to join me and have a conversation about Trini tours. To the favorite destination, the Pitch Lake, the Mud Volcano, wherever. I've had an experience before via foodie tours that took us from Grand Bazaar all the way to Grand Riviere, where we visited the chocolate making factory up there. And it was really a nice experience, from town to deep in the country, far east, as a matter of fact, where I thoroughly enjoyed that tour. Lots to enjoy from start to finish. There were stops along the roadway or along the route to Grand Riviere, and it was highly enjoyable. It brought into um, play, or it was an expose of the different culinary styles of the various tastes that you can experience here in Trinidad and Tobago. We had lots and lots of. Uh, Here's my good friend, a guy who I met in the Bray. His name is Nodrick Hines. Good afternoon, Nodrick, and how are you, my brother?
Hi, pleasant good evening, good afternoon to you. I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's good. That's good.
Nice. So, people, this is Nodrick Hines, and he's a tour operator. So, I'm going to allow you to tell people the name of the tour operators, if that is if you guys have a name for your tour operations, and what's your role with them as a tour operator.
Well, it's actually team opportunity, hikes, tours, and the transport. Recently, I added transport to that, and it was started in 2019
Yeah.
and registered in 2020. And my role and function there is as I'm the founder and the leader of the hike group and stuff, where we take folks out, be it on private hikes and what have you, or my monthly hikes or other hikes actually, and tours to different parts of the island, mostly in the forest and stuff, to see the waterfalls and the rivers and the beaches of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. That sounds really fantastic. Now, whose initiative this was to set up this tour operations and hike operations?
To be quite honest with you, my ex at the point in time, we were like best friends, and she came up with the idea, and she was like, instead of you always carrying people to different locations and just not doing anything about it, as though just the transport aspect,
Yeah.
she thinks that I should just, start my own thing. So initially, it wasn't something that I was entirely confident about. So I had my doubts and trepidations with regards to that. And with much, pushing and yearning and stuff, I finally yielded because she was like, "You're a bushman, you grew up in the bushes in Grenada and what have you. So it's nothing too much to it." And I did. And I have no regrets, to be quite honest with you. So she asked me the name. And I was like, "What name are we going to name it?" And I was like, right from the get go, a scripture jumped out onto me. I think that was from Luke chapter 11, where one time alone in the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation is the word importunity translated, and it means a pressing demand or persistence. And I was like, importunity, team importunity. I said it's a weird name, but I'm sticking with it.
Yes, I was now wondering importunity. Huh, okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, how much of you make up this group that do these tours and hikes?
Well, it's myself, and I have, I think, seven other team leaders besides.
Oh,
But with the crew itself, generally, on average, it's like two big maxi taxis on a monthly basis. So you can say anywhere between 30 to 50 crew members that I have steadily with me,
yeah.
eight team leaders, and
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, because I know somewhere down the road I would have asked you about the transportation operation and how you go around that. So these transport, these maxi taxi operators, they are contracted to Team Impunity.
No, actually, I on my day to day, I work for someone, Red Band, Arima to Port of Spain, and the PBR, and
Oh,
the team opportunity and stuff. That's my thing. That's mine. So
yes,
that's what
yes.
I do on the weekends, once a month, or
Mm,
like for instance, in the instance of last week, I had to carry out a credit union with
mm,
50 persons. It was initially quoted for, but we ended up to be 44, and they
yeah.
had their inaugural hike with us at Team Opportunity. We went to three pools, so
Mm,
we're looking forward to more and more of that. So,
oh. Okay, okay. So is there a physical base for Team Impunity?
not really to say. Well, I would say yes and no. No is that we don't have a physical location or anything like that because I live in Arima,
Yeah.
Pinto Road, Arima. So if you would consider that to be the physical base, then yes. But signing up is quite hassle free, and
Yeah.
without any form of payments or what have you, or remunerations. You just ask, hey, okay, I throw out a flyer. People say, okay, I'm interested in coming the next hike. I put your names down. When it's time to collect payments, you see if you can make due on the payments, which is generally the Friday before the hike. And the hikes are
Okay.
always on a Sunday. And yeah, we take it from there on out.
So what you're saying, these hikes and tours and to wherever, it's only on the weekends.
Most times. I did a few just before I went to Grenada 2 weeks ago. I had one in the week, 2 weeks
Mhm.
ago in the week, and then another Monday. Well, I was with another guy. So
Yeah.
I did the transport aspect for him and I was hiking with them. That was on a Monday too. Next one was on a Wednesday. So it happens, but generally it's on a
Yeah.
weekend for
Okay. So
now.
there's no special accommodation for like vacation periods, you
Oh,
know.
yes, they are. So
Mhm.
as long as you call and we will make do with whatever your time frame and time schedule is because my time is quite flexible. So
Okay. You already said that you did work for a credit union, so people can call in and make special requests for special destinations.
yes, yes. So what she did, what the person who was actually um referred to me
Hmm.
she called, and we had a little rapport and stuff. We got a little initiation, getting to know each other, and she asked me to suggest 5 locations for them. So the first thing I did was ask them how many persons they were looking at and what they wanted to see, where they think they would have excuse the noise for the dogs,
Yeah,
where they think
that's
they would have
okay.
had to go, and they said basically the north coast, and I gave them 5 locations, and the location that I actually had in mind was the one that she chose. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
wise choice. Yeah.
So tell me, you're quite familiar with these destinations?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. There's still a lot that I haven't yet explored, but I have them on a list to do so. But yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. Now, what these tours? What do they entail? I'm asking that because I've been on a tour to the chocolate factory in Grand River
Hmm.
via foodie tours,
Right.
and along the way there were lots of things to enjoy. Is it the same with you?
Well, my hikes are just hikes. You go there, you enjoy the scenery, we take you safely with the guides and stuff. The
Hmm.
reason why I added the word tours thereafter because I was foreseeing a vision of doing that very same thing. So I
Oh,
am yet to
okay.
do like a foodie tour, but in the 2025 calendar, which I've already done and have stored away, I have
Mhm.
6 hikes and 6 tours. So what I generally consider a tour is like when I take a private group to a location of
Mhm.
their choosing or to
Yeah.
any other place. Excuse me. So
Mhm.
I consider that to be a tour as well.
Yeah.
However, it's a broader spectrum. So you
Mhm.
did a foodie tour to the
Yeah.
chocolate factory and stuff. I
Yeah.
have those coming up in 2025 season.
Oh, okay, okay. Because along the route there were eats stop and drinks stop. So
Yeah.
I
We
really.
have that as well on the hikes. We stop
Oh,
for breakfast. People stop together. We have a predestined stop in most times when we go over the north coast. We stop by Santa Cruz,
yeah.
by the food basket, the green supermarket there, and
Hmm.
by the gas station where the doubles guys is on the right hand side, and that's where everyone they choose to get their doubles or what have you. Sometimes we wait until the groceries opened.
Hmm.
Most times we pressed for time, and I'm a stickler for that. Anyone can tell you that I'm a stickler for timing. So yeah.
Speaking about timing, what's the duration of what's the time frame I should ask for like to leave and to come back from a hike or tour?
It depends on where you're going. If you're going to a place, let's say we're going over the north coast,
Yeah,
the north coast, it's, let me see, we leave, well, I come from south now. Most instances I used to be coming from Arima or Port of Spain,
yeah,
and we would actually leave at Arima 7 generally, Mova 6, and south 5:30, 6. We get to the location on average by 10 at the latest, 11 sometimes. We spend about 2 hours and then we leave. So you're getting back in these instances before sunset. Prior to
okay.
this, it used to be
Mhm.
you're getting back sunset. We used to go right down, but I had to change with the times because I'd be very considerate to people's timing. Is that yeah.
So when I met you through my friend Akil, you were down south. So was that a hike or a tour? And where did you go to?
Right, we went to La Brea, the Pitch Lake. After
Yes.
which we went to the Palo Seco mud volcano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was my in-laws and them. They would have chartered me to do the transport aspect,
Hmm.
and well, also, well, when we went to La Brea, the initial thing was to get a tour guide to do it for us or with us, but then we just ended up going on our own, winging it,
Yes.
seeing that there were no restrictions there. We just decided to wing it, proceed with
Yeah.
the caution and stuff, and just go on the instinct of Akil and what have you.
Yes.
And when we went to Palo Seco, I handed them over onto the tour guides as well. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
yeah.
Well, next time you have a tour coming to the pitch lake, you can you have my number now. You
Oh, definitely.
WhatsApp me because I am the president of the tour guides of the pitch lake.
Wha- Right, right. Wonderful.
So you can always link up with me. Now tell
Because
me
he,
something.
mhm.
When let's say that you're taking a tour to the north coast and you make these stops, what kind of arrangement you make with the people who you stop by? Because let's say a doubles man in the morning, he's accustomed to putting together like 100 doubles. Let's just make a number, a figure. And your tour probably, let's say it's two maxis. That's about 50 to 60 people, right?
Mhm.
Um, is there an arrangement, a prior arrangement with these people who you stop by to let them know, well, we'll be passing by with two maxis or three maxis of people and allow them to cater for that because normally they would be catering for the ordinary or everyday customers.
Right. The only person I would say yes, but to an extent, a
Mhm,
minimal extent too, is the
mhm.
guy, the same doubles guy I was speaking about. Because I had a hike coming up sometime in the
Yeah,
past, but I
yeah.
saw him before because we were going on a scouting expedition. And when
Mhm.
I told him, I said, I'm coming in 2 weeks' time and I'm coming with three maxis, he was like, just come through now, man. So, with him, he always has supplies and stuff, always catering. So anytime he sees me, what happened? Nothing today. One maxi today. So he's always looking on the lookout and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
That's with
a
him.
nice way of creating some sort of entrepreneurial experiences for the people who do these small businesses and things.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think it's fantastic for them. It gives them a sense of exposure. Also, people get to know, well,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I went to the north and we stopped at this doubles place, so I'm going to stop here whenever you're just passing by or anything like that. Now, tell me what's the cost or the fee for going on a hike or going on a tour? And I believe that will be based on the destination also.
Yes. It generally ranges from 150 TT per person to 200
Mhm,
TT per person. That's with maxi taxi, well, transportation and
mhm,
the hike inclusive, or it's
mhm.
just 100 if you're driving your own vehicle and
Yeah.
we just doing the hikes for you.
Oh, okay. If should in case like you referred to the credit union, should in case a group or like a family will call on you to take them on hike, is that an adjustment to the prices?
Well, based on as I just said, it's just like if they decided to drive, like the one I did a few weeks ago, they decided to drive, so it was just the 100 and stuff. And because it's a long time friend, I said, okay, I'll knock off one on that, and he decided, no, 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 you did such an exceptional job. He actually placed two or three more on it, two or three bills on it when I was knocking off one.
Yes.
So yeah, so there's a slight adjustment basically because the credit union was from South,
Hmm.
so they had the South price of that,
Yes.
which the South price with the tour package and everything, which I provided the photos and stuff for them as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so there's a slight adjustment, but my general monthly hikes are 150 from the east or west
yeah,
and 180 from San Fernando South, anywhere where you pick up at South Park.
yeah.
However, in this instance, I have a collaboration with two other hike groups at the ending of this month, September, where it's 200 a person, hike and transportation, because it's a collaboration with two other groups.
Okay, okay. What about in cases of emergencies on the route or at the destination? Is there
Well,
provisions or procedures put in place for that?
Well, yes, we are first aid trained. Some of the guys, they are actually in the process of renewing their certification, and
Mhm.
the rest, we have it up to date.
Yeah.
And yes, but I must add that thanks to the favors of the Most High, in 5 years' time, we have
Hmm.
never had an incident, never had an incident because I always in the briefing let people know that safety is of paramount importance. We want you
Yes.
to have fun, but you cannot have fun if you're injured or you're not safe and you're not following the guidelines of the team leaders.
Hmm.
Yes, we want you to get where we need you to go, but please, no one strays in front of a team leader, whether you're a seasoned hiker or not.
Hmm.
Right? You might be able to assist with them, not a problem. It's at the discretion of whichever leader that you're with,
Hmm.
but generally you stay a few arm's length away from the team leader. Just in the event we have to cut a bush, we have to move something in the way and stuff. So we always look over everyone as though it's not as though, because that is the way it is. We look over everyone with utmost importance because I always say, people have placed their trust in our hands and they would have, for a small fee attached. And let's be real, it's not about money for me, nor any of my leaders, because let's say $150, $200, your life is invaluable. It's priceless. So you can't just place it at 150 and stuff, and we just take that money and then run around and leave you to do whatever you want to do. No, the small fee that is attached is to ensure that we carry you safely, bring you back, show you a good time, and ensure that we follow certain protocols and guidelines. So, yeah, that's what we would do. We try to do preventative instead of corrective,
Yes, yes.
and we never had to do anything corrective in the past 5 years, and I'm thankful
Okay.
for that.
Well, yes. Thanks to the Most High, like you said. Tell me something. Your team leaders and stuff. Were they trained, or did you guys have sessions where, like know your country, sessions? Because not everybody know Trinidad and Tobago to that extent. So let's say team leaders. Let's say it's two maxi taxis, and you have at least two team leaders that will, you know, welcome the people on board and tell them where the destination is, give them some safety guidelines and stuff. But is there any particular kind of training that your team leaders use to conduct these tours and hikes and stuff?
No, we generally go out and scout the locations. We have our meetings most times prior to hikes and
Hmm.
stuff. That way, would reinforce certain things, reminded them of certain things and stuff. Anyone pitches any little ideas on what they do have and stuff. And I have tried in the past of trying to give everyone the helm, every
Yeah.
single one individually on certain hikes, the helm to introduce and to speak and stuff. But everyone tends to shy away in most instances from the spotlight. So I'm left to do that.
I understand how that can be. I think. Tell me, what about sponsorship and endorsements, like from the Ministry of Tourism and stuff? Are you looking at those um, additions to improve your tour guiding and hiking and stuff?
Yes, I am looking towards that. We actually had a meeting where we went with the Hiking Association of Trinidad and Tobago last year.
Hmm.
They were supposed to have some form of elections and stuff in terms of who's going to handle communications and what have you. And, different folks from different groups were nominated, but nothing materialized beyond that. And no, with the sponsorship thus far, but I've planned by the end of the year, before the end of the year, because I want to do a give back to
Yeah.
seek out some sponsorships and stuff, and
Mhm.
also from Ministry of Tourism before the starting of the new year and what have you, to ensure that we take this as far as possible that we able to go.
Okay, what kind of response have you've had from participants or people who patronize these hikes and tours and stuff?
Well, generally, I've never really had a critique, or never really had much of a critique, I should say. Because if I said I never really had a critique, then it
Mhm.
will give me a God complex that you're doing everything perfect, which
Yeah.
could never be. But
Yes.
I have heard about little raves and stuff going on about that never was directed to me, so
Hmm.
I couldn't have addressed it because the persons that I always used to. I have said it multiple times in the past that if anyone has any reservations, any problems and stuff, see me. You can speak with me. You can see any of my team leaders if you need assistance. But for the most part,
Hmm.
people when they come on this hike and stuff, they find it's homey, it's relatable. The people they can relate with, they like family, friends and everything. So I generally would have positive feedbacks straight across the board. Obviously, you would have the negative ones there, which never really got to my ear or never really got to my attention. But
Yeah.
I can't really say much on that because it was never really brought to me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
You spoke about taking it to another level. Um, where do you see you going? You said 2025. You've already make arrangements for hikes and tours and things. What kind of uh um, what should I say? Where do you see this going? Um, to another level. You see, like let's say, like what you're doing now. You see that's the end it all, or you think you can do more where hikes and tours are concerned. How you try to what's on the drawing board, in other words, for team impunity.
To be quite honest with you, I don't see it as the end here,
Hmm.
nor anywhere close to the end.
Hmm.
But as I've started from 2019 to now, I must remind you of two things, three
Hmm.
things actually, while in the process of me answering that. Number one is on our jersey, I believe on the right side we have Zachariah 410, and on the left side we have Micah 7:8. At the back, we have exploring it all one step at a
Hmm.
time. So it's
Okay.
exploring it all one step at a time. So it starts with one step at a time. So
Hmm.
where we are now, I intend to take the hiking not just in Trinidad and Tobago,
Hmm.
not just regional. I intend to do it international. And the first one I would have said that we would have done regional would have been we went to Tobago in May. We're going back in November.
Okay.
I recently went to Grenada, my homeland, which I haven't been to in 12 years. Woot woot, Grenada. But anyhow, I haven't um I haven't been back in 12 years. So and next year, please the most high for August,
Hmm.
I'm currently working on an itinerary so that the hike crew next year for August hike, we will actually be doing Grenada tour. We will be in Grenada to experience the job, to experience a little of the hiking and the flora and fauna of Grenada for about 5 to 7 days. So that is like, incrementally, I'm not trying to bite off more than I can chew, especially having to most times, ideas brought to you driving and stuff and trying to process all of these things. It's only so much I can do, but
Yeah.
I intend to do it slowly and incrementally and stretch your hands. So that's where Zachariah 4:10 comes into play, which he was
Yeah.
asking a question for who hath despised humble beginnings or small beginnings. So that's always to remind me that when I started at first, it was a 15-seater maxi I was driving at that point in time. And it was 15 persons, 15 participants. One didn't partake, so it was 14 participants, and that was kept like that for a very long time. So I know what it is to go on a hike where people paid already and carry just 5 persons. There was
Hmm.
one time we went to Rio Seco Waterfall, and almost everyone fell sick that time. I myself was sick, and it was just about 5 of us. And so who hath despised small beginnings or humble beginnings? So in other words, it's just to remind me, don't despise the small beginnings. You start incrementally and you just day by day, step by step, time
Yes.
by time, you will get to exploring it all one step at a time.
Hmm.
I hope that answers the question though.
Yes, 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 yes. So, people, if you, because I know one of my questions would really have pertained to whether you intend to go international, like Caribbean and even well Tobago and all. But you have special requirements for people. They must have their documents in order and things for traveling outside of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Well, well, for the Grenada, those who would have shown interest thus far when we made mention of it earlier in the year,
Hmm.
some are yet to renew their passports, I believe. But I think I would have not. I think we would have told them to work on that. So I'm not looking to go there with a group too large that I can't control. I'm
Yeah.
looking for anywhere between 15 to 30 persons. You know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, 15 is fine with me. 10 is fine with me. 5 is fine with me because
Yeah.
who
It's
has
more
to
manageable.
despise humble beginnings? Exactly.
Yes.
Small beginnings. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. What about promotional and marketing procedures? Well, I know social media run things these days. So how do people connect with team importunity, hikes, tours, transport?
we on IG.
Mm-hmm.
We have a WhatsApp number. We are on Facebook. In most instances, whatever I post on the page Team Importunity, team.importunity on Instagram comes
Mm-hmm.
over on my personal Facebook page.
Oh,
I prefer to keep it like that, even though I have Team Importunity page also on Facebook. It's because I
mhm.
have like 5,000 friends, so I would get a greater reach there. That's another thing. There is also the aspect of excuse this we have a website and I have
Okay.
an email now. I had a website recently done. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, it's www.team dot
Mm.
team importunity. Sorry, IMPORTUNITY. The name is right here. I don't know if anyone can see Team Importunity. So it's
Yes. Yes.
www.teamimportunity.com, from
Mhm.
which they can check out the gallery, they can browse, they can see certain things, and they can also contact us via any of the WhatsApp numbers and also via email.
Yes. Transport is at the end of this logo that you have here. I can call it a logo.
Yeah.
Um, um, Besides hikes and tours, you offer transportation services.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that. Let's say I
Well,
have a bunch of people I need to move around with. You can supply transportation for that.
yes, I can do that. Just 1 second, right?
Mhm. Yes, I'm chatting with Nordrick Hines of Team Importunity, Hikes, Tours, and Transport. Very interesting. So, folks, you can log on to the website and the social media and find out more and get the information you need and organize with him and his team to go on hikes and tours. And if you need transportation, what else do you want to tell me about your initiatives as an entrepreneur?
Well, we were actually, before I was interrupted, my dearest apologies.
No problem.
You were asking me about the transport aspect. If you had a group of people that you
Yes.
needed
Yeah.
transport to provide transportation for, then yes, we can do that as well. Just give me the scopes and the particulars of it, and if
Yeah.
needs be, and I need to get any other additional vehicles, I can arrange for that.
Okay. 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 Well. I mean, it's a pleasure. Anything else you want to add that I didn't ask you?
Let me see, guys. This life is beautiful. And
Hmm.
how we started, I started this to go out there in nature and just connect because it's like a de-stressor to
Hmm.
reset. We say recreation, but if we really break down the word, it's really recreate, to
Hmm.
recreate. So recreation, or we say recreation, so you recreate new neurons. It helps to be in nature because man was created from the dust of the earth, and man shall return where?
To
All
the
right. I
dust.
think you get exactly. I think you guys actually got the point. So, yeah. So, if you've never, a lot of people have said they don't like this and stuff. I mean, everyone has their cup of tea. And at the
Mhm.
point in time when I was supposed to do this, I was like, I don't think I'm cut out for this and stuff. I was
Yeah.
just denying that. But don't knock it until you try it.
Yes.
And in this life, we have a very short lifespan. If it's
Mhm.
given unto a man to live, let's say you to live for 70 years or to 80 years, I just want you to know you brought nothing into this world and you're never going to take anything out. So
Right.
the life that you're trying to live after you've retired, You never know. You might never make it to retirement. So create memories, create lasting memories while you are alive. Step
Yeah.
by step, day by day, with the ones that you do love. It might not be hiking. It might be, spending time with your family. It might be going on a cruise. Listen, if you have saved all that you have saved and you have done all that you have done and in due diligence, remember what Solomon says: eat and drink, enjoy the works of your labor, for this is a gift from the Most High. As you would say, God. So it's a gift. So this life that we have been given, it's a gift. I hope everyone finds the time to appreciate it in whatever way meaningful they can, because
Mhm.
at the end, when we take our last breath, we can never leave, or we can never go back to ask for a redo, a do over. So do it now while you have breath in your lungs and vitality in your bodies.
That's high inspirational stuff. Very inspirational. I like that. So tell me, outside of people wanting to go to special destinations, there are instances when you would choose a destination, promote and market it for people to buy into.
Yes, yes, yes. That is what the monthly hikes generally entails.
Okay.
Entail, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, I wanted to repeat those social media platforms that people can connect with you just in case they forgot.
Okay, sure, no problem. So you can find us on Instagram at team.importunity. That is TEAM.IMPORTUNITY. Team.importunity, or also Spice Boy Photography. SPICEBOI and photography, right? The Spice Boy coming from me, that man hail from Grenada. I must represent my roots. I must
Yes.
put that in there. Yeah. Um, on, we have a website. We will have a website. It's www.teamimportunity.com. So it's www.teamimportunity.com. I'm also on Facebook at Nodrick Hines, my name, or you could find Team Opportunity on Facebook or on TikTok as well.
Okay, you spoke about IG, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. I really looked forward to this, and I thoroughly enjoyed your dispensation of the information that people would surely be interested in. Because I've realized that since the COVID experience and the lockdown, during that lockdown, a lot of people enjoyed what we call staycation. You know,
Yes.
people found out that there are a lot of beautiful places across Trinidad and Tobago that you can spend quality time with and, like you say, recreate.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm happy that you're into this. I want to give you a thumbs up. I want to wish you all the best, and I'm very very happy, mostly because you have a nice spiritual foundation on which you dwell,
Mhm.
and I think that is going to take you to wherever you want to go.
Thank you very much. And thank you for having me, and for all of the listeners and viewers around the world. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
I'll
And
keep
thank
in touch with you, and like I said, anytime you have a tour that is coming to the pitch league,
you.
feel
Mhm.
free to call me so I can make nice arrangements for you.
Oh, most definitely. I think on the 2025 list, I think I have a salt. Well, I have a salt tour, so that will include that as well. So we will be in contact before then, nevertheless.
Okay, okay. I want to wish you all the best again and do enjoy the rest of your day. And may God bless you on your endeavors.
Thank you, and same to you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
All right.
Yeah, I've been chatting with Nodrick Hines of Team Importunity, Hikes and Tours and Transport, right here at Power 102 Digital.